this EA Sports that's in the game has been going on for years, for decades. How did you end up with this cool gig?
Do you know what? It was early 90s. I think it was like 92, 93 maybe. And I had a friend in the advertising business who was working down here, and he was approached by the Electronic Arts people who had probably 7 employees at the time, and they said, could you come up with a TV commercial for us? And I think his initial response was, no, I don't know who you are. And then when they convinced him, he came up with this whole line. Originally was, if it's in the game, EA Sports, it's in the game. And he called me up in Toronto, his old buddy, and said, hey, will you do the voice for this thing for free? And I said, yeah, of course I will. I don't even know what this is, but I got a free trip down to see you, so for sure. And I recorded it, and I thought I will never, ever hear anything about that again. And 23 years later, it has become this mega brand. I think they told me at one time that it was the 11th most recognized brand in America or something. So pretty cool.
When it comes to Madden, they're celebrating 25 years here at this Museum of Moving Images. What do you think it is about this game that has stood the test of time?
You know what, Madden is an interesting thing to me because it's a game that is all about authenticity and its ability to every year find a way to become more and more authentic to a game experience is what makes it so popular with people. You know, the first year that they were able to actually bitmap players' faces on the players, you know, more authentic. The way they're now able to like have individual blades of grass, you know, and you see the sweat on RG3's arm when he's throwing a bomb. I mean, it's just, it is so authentic, and there is something about the sports game as opposed to the more fantasy role-playing games, first-person shooter games, that we grow up with them. We start playing them from a very early age. There's very defined rules. There's a winner, there's a loser. It's very social. I think all of that has made Madden this gestalt of sporting awesomeness. You can use that gestalt of sporting awesomeness.
When did you realize, having been involved with this from the early days, of when Madden became more than a game and became part of pop culture?
Do you know what, it was in the early days, I think that it was more a curiosity. I think that sports video games were when they were in their infancy, obviously the processing power just wasn't there. The application to the game, the graphics just weren't there. So it was like we all just thought, I guess this is better than Pong and Space Invaders, right? It's real people and everything. But God, when you watch that old stuff, you're like, how could anyone have played this, right? But then there were certain signposts, like thresholds, that they hit every year with the game, where it became more and more like the real experience, and people had this feeling like, wait a minute, I'm actually in an NFL game, you know, like I'm actually calling plays. This might be what it's like to be in Michael Vick's head. When it just took off, like, and it became part of the culture. And I think that John was a very, very big part of that. Instant credibility. They made such a smart move, knowing back in 1994, oh, you know what you do? You get John Madden, and the rest is history.